Hello, welcome to your new moon tarot readings for September 2016. Thank you for stopping by. New moons are the best time to plant the seeds to co-create your life, and you are going to tend to these seeds, nurture them, water them, help them grow, and they will culminate into full moons 6 months from now, roughly 6 months from now. So my readings are about planting the seeds for this new moon activation point. Keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate with you. For personal readings, please check out the description box below for more information. I am offering Name Your Price Star Tarot readings until the end of 2016. Also listed below are timestamps if you would like to skip insights on the new moon transits. I have prayed to God, to angels, to my ancestors, to spirit guides, to deliver clear, loving messages for the highest good of all. So let's get into it. Because this is very Virgo-centric, it's worth mentioning that Mercury is in retrograde and Mercury is in Virgo, and Virgo is very mercurial. Mercury is about information, communication. When Mercury is in retrograde, we can experience delays in email or technology breakdowns or misunderstandings, jumbled up information. What I got from these readings was being overly involved in details. So there's this information overload that a lot of the signs are experiencing, and most of the messages I've been getting are just to simplify this information. So we are going to have to make a lot of edits this new moon cycle to weed out the information that is unnecessary and distracting us from the big picture. But these are the times you have to embrace Mercury in retrograde. Everyone hates Mercury in retrograde because, you know, things are frustrating, calls don't go through, computers break down, and, you know, it's frustrating because we want to just get things done. But I think there's a purpose. I think to embrace Mercury in retrograde is to look at these breakdowns and look at them as happy accidents. So maybe you're communicating with someone via email and things get heated or something, and you you know, write this long reply. Oh, what would be even better is comments, because a lot of people fight in like social media comments. So let's use this as an example. You're having a fight on Facebook about some sort of political thing. And for whatever reason, this big long comment that you had that, you know, brought light to the political system and how this country is run, and you spent, you know, 30 minutes typing this dissertation on your opinion, only to have your server shut down and you weren't able to deliver that message. So this can be really frustrating. This is the effects of Mercury in retrograde. But I think during these times, it helps us, like, that message wasn't meant to go through, so it helps us stop, slow down, and think of better ways to get our message across, to figure out better ways to use technology. So it's just a time to embrace Mercury in retrograde is to embrace the delays as times to perfect systems. And because this is in Virgo, and because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, I think what we can learn from Virgo in this Mercury in retrograde, in this Sun in Virgo, in this Moon in Virgo, is to step back from our like hypercriticism, which is also Virgo, but step back from the situation and reevaluate how we go about things. So don't get frustrated with Mercury in retrograde. I mean, it is frustrating, but one way to curb that frustration is to embrace it for the opportunity to make it better. In my readings, it seems like air signs are going to handle the Mercury in retrograde better than others this month. They're very cerebral signs. They think a lot about abstract thought, and they're very, like, communicative. So that is my Mercury in retrograde. Another planetary influence that has been activated during this new moon is the Pisces-Saturn square. And mutable signs are going to struggle with these energies. I'm sorry. Mercury in retrograde, the air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And those are the signs that are going to handle Mercury in retrograde the best. But for the Pisces-Saturn square, mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, they're going to struggle with Pisces and Saturn square the most. And what this square is doing is it's challenging our fact versus fiction. You have cold hard facts, hypercriticism, this is Saturn, overanalyzing, information overload, skepticism, and stubborn, like fixated on stubborn data. And that's Saturn. Saturn is the hard lesson planet. And mixed with Mercury in retrograde and this information overload, you know, too detail-oriented type of energy, some of you might be feeling this very strongly. For others, it's the cold hard facts versus delusion, living in a fantasy, over-imagination, detached from reality. So that's going to be on the Pisces end. It's going to be more dreamy. It's going to be more detached from reality, not living, not seeing what's really there, like believable lies. So I think this Pisces-Saturn square is going, how we can use this, it's going to cause a lot of fights. It's going to cause a lot of fights, in the workplace. It's going to cause a lot of fights in families, in like multi-generational situations. And I feel like it's going to be, you know, a lot over what we usually fight about with different generations, which is religion and politics. And since if you live in the U.S., since we're in an election cycle, you know, things get more heated and divisive. So this Pisces-Saturn square is going to challenge all of us to piece together what is real and see what areas we need to suspend our disbelief and kind of be more idealistic about, because sometimes when we are too fixated on data, we're not seeing the big picture, like the Mercury in retrograde situation. And I think this, how we can use it to our advantage is to articulate our manifestations. So this is going to help us weed out unnecessary expectations that Saturn has, but it's also going to get us more realistic with our dreams, like Pisces experiences. So we're going to articulate what we want in life based on this push and pull of facts and fantasy. Another planetary influence, the last one, is the there's Mars in Sagittarius and Saturn in Sagittarius. And during my tarot readings, all of the animal cards, except for Leo, the lion, got the devil. Excuse me. Aries is the ram, Taurus is the bull, Sagittarius is the horse, Capricorn is the goat. Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Capricorn all got the devil. Don't be scared of the devil. It means a lot of different things. But in this, planetary dance for this month, and it meant different things in different readings too, but the energy of the month, if you're dealing with this Mars in Sagittarius, Saturn in Sagittarius, is, think about the devil, like the actual devil, Lucifer. He's a fallen angel who's stuck on earth. So I think the energy we're dealing with is in regards to our animal urges, to, sex and lust, or ego drama and us lashing out. So there might be some temptations. There might be some, temptations to, screw things we shouldn't. Or there might be some temptations to pick fights that will not bring about any resolutions. They're just fights to win. They're just fights to dominate. So I think those mammal signs, Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and also fire signs, even though the Leo did not have devil, Leo is a fire sign, and I feel like they are still involved in this story. So just be aware of your instincts and try to rise above. Try to be like an angel. I mean, not you don't have to be a saint or anything. Just try to rise above temptations that are going to keep you stuck on earth and not elevating to a higher place. So that is the planetary insights that I got for my tarot readings. For the planetary insights I got before my tarot readings, it is included in the description box below. Also, the decks I used, and plenty of other information. So now on to your tarot readings. Hello, Scorpio. So what I'm seeing is you have had some worries and anxieties and sleepless nights about temptation. I honestly think it's like a sex thing. So you've just been fantasizing about this person. And if it's not a sex thing, then you're still obsessed with them. You're still, they've just colonized your thoughts, and it's all you can think about. Scorpios are very obsessive. They are very intense on what they concentrate on. So you're obsessing over this person, and you just can't get them out of your head. And they're a really lovely person, but, these obsessions are keeping you up at night. And, it's a crush, and you keep fantasizing about them. And you can be with someone, you can be single, and this could be someone you're seeing or someone that's just a crush. My guess is that they are a fire sign, an Aries because we have Mars, or a Sagittarius because Mars is in Sagittarius right now. So my guess is that they're a fire sign, and you've kind of, you've obsessed over them so much that they're bigger than they really are in real life. And it might be one of those things where you haven't even really talked to them, but you think about them all the time. But someone's going to come along. There's this Queen of Cups down here. And the Queen of Cups is someone, it could be male or female. Queen of Cups is someone who is most likely a Cancer, a Scorpio like yourself, or a Pisces. And they're going to help you see that, they're going to help you take a different look at this crush and this obsession. And they're going to help you see that this crush wasn't everything that they were cracked up to be. And maybe even taking your mind off of it. I don't think they're going to outwardly criticize this person. I think hanging out with them is just going to make your obsessions kind of fall away, and you're going to reevaluate the obsession you had on your own. I don't think this new person coming in even knows about the other obsession, because Scorpios are notorious for being very secretive and keeping their cards close to their chest. But in any case, she's going to cut through another side of your previous obsession's personality. And, you know, she might say or do something that, because remember, she has no idea who this person is, so she might just randomly do something that reminds you of that other person, but it's going to show you, like, hey, maybe I'm wasting my time with that person, with that earlier crush, and this woman is pretty great. The Queen of Cups, like I said, she's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and she is like you, you know, you're a water sign too. So she can be very emotional and very sweet and sensitive and very, like, heart-centered. And she feels a lot, and she feels very deeply. She might be very creative. She might be very intuitive. She might be very sweet and loving and romantic and wears her heart on her sleeve. But she's going to show you that, she's going to show you this, like, multifaceted herself. She is a multifaceted, dimensional woman, and she's going to show you herself, and it's going to be very beautiful, and you're going to get to know this person. And as you get to know this person, your obsession with the fire person, the previous one, is going to fall away. It's going to, you're just going to kind of slowly forget about them as you get to know more about this other person. And it's going to give your fantasy a new meaning. And whenever it does this, like all the obsession you built in with person A, person B is going to come along, and you're going to realize that they were what you wished for all along. It was just a different person. Like, the traits you wanted in someone all along were this person B. The traits of person A, you know, you don't know person A that well, so you can make them to be anything you want them to be. But person B, you actually know, and you know that they are a good person, and so they're just going to help you stop living in this fantasy world or this obsession, and they're going to offer you something real, and it's going to have meaning, and it's going to be what you wanted all along. So, Mazel Tov, Scorpio. Really glad that Scorp is, you know, going to have a happy time with this Queen of Cups. So, thank you, Scorpio. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Again, if you would like to schedule a personal reading, I am offering Name Your Price readings, so please follow the instructions in the description box below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. See you next new moon.